In worksheet 1, problem 7, we are asked to find one positive angle and one negative angle that are coterminal, meaning their second side, not that initial side that always starts on the x-axis, but the terminal side, that second part of the angle, that they are coterminal with the given angle, and they want the answer in radians. Well, just to get an idea of what we're talking about, let's sketch 5 pi over 4. So here's our y-axis, here's our x-axis. This is going to be our initial line segment of our angle. And let's see where it terminates. We'll make it blue. Initial, and this is over 4. Okay, this is pi over 4. This is 2 pi over 4, also known as pi over 2. This is 4 pi over 4. So 5 pi over 4 is going to split. It's at 45-degree angle. So we're going to go right to there. And there's our angle called 5 pi over 4. But they didn't ask us to sketch it. They asked us to find other things that terminate there. Equal angle, equal radians. So we're going to look at, well, we could go around a whole nother time. That would be equivalent. We could start here just like that one did and go through and around. So instead of stopping there, we added another complete rotation. That initial blue one started here and ended there, but our red one kept going around another 2 pi distance. It made another full circle. So apparently, if we take 5 pi over 4 and we add 2 pi, we're going to end up having something that is coterminal, meaning end. They end at the same place. Like if you take the bus and you end up at the terminal, or the train and you end up at the terminal, that means you're getting off. That's the end. No more train. You have to switch to a new one. So in any case, let's figure out what that is. 5 pi over 4 plus, need a common denominator, 4 pi, oops, I should have done 4, not 2. 4 pi over 4 equals 9 pi over 4. So 9 pi over 4 is coterminal with 5 pi over 4. This is 8. And this is 13, if we could add properly. 4 times 2 is 8, so that ended up being 8. And so we end up with 13 pi over 4 is terminal. So let's try another one that's negative. In order to get a negative angle that's coterminal, I need that angle right there, the one I just drew in black. That stops at the same place. Those two are coterminal. The question is, what is that angle? How can I find it? Well, my initial blue angle, that initial one that I drew in blue, this is actually the initial one, that one we know is 5 pi over 4. And do we know the distance all the way around that circle? It's 2 pi. So we're going to end up with 5 pi over 4. If we take away 2 pi this time, we're going to end up with 5 pi over 4 minus, again, if we multiply by 4 over 4, we get 8 pi over 4. And we're going to end up with negative 3 pi over 4 as coterminal with 13 pi over 4 and coterminal with 5 pi over 4. 3 different names for the same terminal position.